Shalom, giving all praises unto Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Rokakadash, giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom unto the hopeful elect. I start off with this scripture for today's lesson. Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And I say this because of this article I found today concerning Geoengineering test quietly launches salt crystals into atmosphere. Another freak experiment by E. And reading a solar geoengineering experiment in San Francisco could lead to brighter clouds that reflect sunlight. The risks are numerous. The nation's first outdoor test to limit global warming by increasing cloud cover launched Tuesday from the deck of a decommissioned aircraft carrier in the San Francisco Bay. The experiment, which organizers didn't widely announce to avoid public backlash, but a backlash marks the acceleration of a contentious field of research known as solar radiation modification. The concept involves shooting substances such as aerosols into the sky to reflect sunlight away from the earth. The move, led by researchers at the University of Washington, has renewed questions about how to effectively and ethically study promising climate technologies that could also harm communities and ecosystems in unexpected ways. The experiment is spraying microscopic salt particles into the air, and the secrecy surrounding its timing caught even some experts off guard. Since this experiment was kept under wraps until the test started, we are eager to see how public engagement is being planned and who will be involved, said Shuchi Talati, the executive director of the Alliance for Just Deliberation on Solar Geoengineering, a non-profit that seeks to include developing countries in decisions about solar modification, also known as geoengineering. She is not involved in the experiment and only learned about it after being contacted by a reporter. While it complies with all current regulatory requirements, there is a clear need to re-examine what a strong regulatory framework must look like in a world where solar radiation modification experimentation is happening, Talati said. The Coastal Atmospheric Aerosol Research Engagement, or CARE project, is using specifically built sprayers to shoot trillions of sea particles into the sky in an effort to increase the density and reflective capacity of marine clouds. The experiment is taking place when conditions permit atop the USS Hornet Sea Air and Space Museum in Alameda, California, and will run through the end of May. These devils, man. According to a weather modification form the team filed with federal regulators, the project comes as global heat continues to obliterate monthly and yearly temperature records, and amid growing interest in solar radiation modification from Silicon Valley founders and some environmental groups. It also follows the termination of a Harvard University experiment last month that planned to inject reflective aerosols into the stratosphere near Sweden before it was cancelled after encountering opposition from indigenous groups. And going through the following precepts, Psalm 64 verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, a commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But the Most High, Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Come. Into the next precept. But ye, Job 13 verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And it's true, because this geoengineering project that they are pursuing, it's definitely of no value. Everyone knows that this would lead to cataclysmic events or conditions on the earth. And to the last precept, for he flattereth himself in his own eyes, until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He have left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. That is Psalms 36 verse 2 to 4. And so I conclude today's lesson and giving all praises unto Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Kakadash, and thanking them for giving me the spirit to be able to do today's lesson. Shalom.